Class I have discussed about half range series. Half range series is for periodic functions or non-periodic functions. So function which is not periodic is called as a non-periodic function or an aperiodic function. So in practical cases we have to find the Fourier series for periodic functions. They are more compared to periodic functions. So when the two find half range series, what we do, we construct the graph in such a way that it is either symmetric with respect to origin or symmetric with respect to y-axis. So accordingly we get the Fourier expansion of odd function or Fourier expansion of the even function. So if it is symmetric with respect to origin, you will get Fourier expansion of odd function, which is called as a sine series. If it is symmetric with respect to y-axis, you get Fourier expansion of even function, which contains only cosine terms called as the cosine series. So Fourier expansion of odd function is same as sine series. Fourier expansion of even function is same as the cosine series. So for this function, we will discuss both sine series and cosine series. So the question is to find the half range sine series of f of x in 0 pi. So if the question is to find half range series, you have to find both sine series and cosine series, and in problems it will be defined only in half the period. See, so far you have learned functions with period 2 pi 2l, but in half range series the period will be either pi, that is half of 2 pi, or l, that is half of 2l. So the sine series of f of x is same as Fourier expansion of odd function. So what is it? F of x converging to summation bn sine of nx, where bn is 2 by pi integral 0 to pi f of x sine of nx dx, where n is a positive integer. So bn 2 by pi integral 0 to pi. What is f of x? It is x into pi minus x, that is pi x minus x square sine of nx dx. So 2 by pi integral 0 to pi x minus x square sine of nx dx. So we have in an and bn you will be using Bernoulli rule. So what is Bernoulli rule? Bernoulli's rule of integration of a product, that is integral uv1 minus u dash v2 plus u double dash v3 minus etc. So it is bn is 2 by pi, u is pi x minus x square, integral sign, that is minus cos of nx by n minus u dash, derivative of pi x minus x square, it is pi minus 2x into integral of minus cos, that is minus sine of nx by n square, plus u double dash, that is minus 2 integral of minus sine cos of nx by n cube x from 0 to pi. So I repeat, pi x minus x square into integral sign, that is minus cos of nx by n minus u dash, that is pi minus 2x, derivative of pi x minus x square is pi minus 2x, integral of minus cos, that is minus sine of nx by n square, plus derivative of pi minus 2x is minus 2, integral of minus sign cos of nx by n cube from x equals 0 to pi. So if you see the sine function, most of the problems it will be 0. So when x takes the upper limit pi, sin n pi 0. When x takes the lower limit 0, sin 0 is 0. So the second term is 0 for both the limits, and the first term, when x takes the upper limit pi square minus pi square 0. When x takes the lower limit 0, pi into 0 is 0. So this term is also 0 for both the limits. So the first two terms are zeros for both the limits. Then we have only the last term. So 2 by pi into minus 2 by n cube. When x takes the upper limit pi, cos n pi. When x takes a lower limit 0, cos 0. So minus 4 by pi into minus 1 whole power n minus 1 by n cube. That is, you take minus inside, 4 by pi 1 minus of minus 1 whole power n by n cube. So I repeat, 2 by pi minus 2 by n cube. When x takes the upper limit pi, cos n pi. When x takes the lower limit 0, cos 0. So minus 4 by pi minus 1 whole power n minus 1 by n cube, or 4 by pi 1 minus minus 1 whole power n by n cube. So Bn is this term. Now whenever you have this combination 1 plus or minus minus 1 whole power n, you should discuss two cases. In many problems we have seen this. Whenever you have 1 plus or minus minus 1 whole power n, you should discuss two cases. So if n is even, minus 1 whole power even power is 1, so that this is 0. So Bn is 0 when n is even. When n is odd, 1 minus of minus 1 is 2. So Bn is 0 when n is even, and Bn is 4 by pi into 2 by n cube when n is odd. Now so we have got Bn. So we will write the sine series. What is the formula? Summation Bn sine of nx. What is Bn? 8 by pi n cube. What is Bn? 8 by pi n cube sine of nx. So take 8 by pi out. Summation 1 by n cube sine of nx. So we have expanded x into pi minus x as the sine series. So what is this? This is a second degree function. Parabolic function is expressed as a sine series. Now they have asked to, if you are asked to find sum to infinity of this series. So 1 by 2n minus 1 whole cube. So whenever you have to prove something or evaluate something, you take the Fourier expansion, or here the sine series as 1, and you compare the summation part, series part. So 2n minus 1 means odd number. So if x is 0, we have to eliminate sine function. If x is 0, sine 0 is 0. So we cannot take x as 0. We know that sine pi by 2 1, sine 3 pi by 2 minus 1. So we can take x as pi by 2. Again pi by 2 belongs to the given interval 0 pi. So it is, so we can go ahead with the replacement. Pi by 2 belongs to the interval 0 pi. So that means it is continuous. So if it is continuous, you can do the replacement. So x is pi by 2. So pi by 2, pi minus pi by 2 equals 8 by pi summation 1 by n cube sine of n pi by 2, or I have expanded the summation 1 by 1 cube sine x plus 1 by 2 cube sine 2x plus 1 by 3 cube sine 3x plus etc. equals pi by 8 cross multiplied, pi by 8 into, if you 8 by pi goes to left side, pi by 8 x into pi minus x. Then if x is pi by 2, sine pi by 2 1, sine 2 pi by 2 0, sine 3 pi by 2 minus 1. So 1 by 1 cube, 1 by 2 cube into 0, 1 by 3 cube into minus 1 plus 1 by 4 cube into 0. So you have pi by 8, x is pi by 2, pi minus pi by 2. So that is pi by 8 into pi by 2 into pi by 2, that is pi cube by 32. So the summation of this series 1 by 2n minus 1 whole cube minus 1 whole power n plus 1. Whenever you have minus 1 whole power something, it means alternating series. Whenever you have minus 1 whole power n, or minus 1 whole power n plus 1, or minus 1 whole power n minus 1, the terms will be alternately positive and negative. So 1 by 1 cube minus 1 by 3 cube plus 1 by 5 cube minus etc. is pi cube by 32. See, here we have sine series. It is just a rough sketch of the graph. You have to sketch the graph only if it is asked. It is symmetric about the origin. See, at x, what is a function? X into pi minus x. What is a function? X into pi minus x from 0 to pi. So if x is 0, 0 0 is a point. If x is pi, pi 0 is a point. So 0 0 pi 0, and if x is pi by 2, what is that here? Pi by 2 into pi by 2, pi square by 4. That's what you have here. See, what is a function? X into pi minus x. What is a function? X into pi minus x. If x is 0, 0. If x is pi, 0. So 0 0 pi 0 is a point. If x is pi by 2 into pi by 2, pi square by 4. That's what you have here. So it is symmetric about the origin because sine series. So I have shown that here. You have to sketch the graph only if it is asked, otherwise it is not required. For the same function, we will find the cosine series. So cosine series is identical with the Fourier expansion of even function. So write the formula: f of x a naught by 2 plus summation 1 to infinity a n cos of nx, where a naught is 2 by pi integral 0 to pi f of x dx a n 2 by pi integral 0 to pi f of x cos of nx dx. So what is a naught? 2 by pi integral 0 to pi. F of x is x into pi minus x, that is pi x minus x square. 2 by pi integral 0 to pi, pi x minus x square. So on integration, 2 by pi, what pi into what is integral x? X square by 2 minus what is integral x square? X cube by 3 from 0 to pi. So 2 by pi, pi into pi square by 2 minus pi cube by 3, that is 2 by pi of pi cube by 2 minus pi cube by 3, that is 2 by pi of take the LCM 6, 3 pi cube minus 2 pi cube by 6, 2 by pi of pi cube by 6, that is pi square by 3. So a naught is pi square by 3. So then coming to an, 2 by pi integral 0 to pi f of x cos of nx dx. So what is f of x? X into pi minus x cos of nx dx, that is 2 by pi integral 0 to pi pi x minus x square cos of nx dx. Bernoulli rule: u v1, u is pi x minus x square, v1 is integral cos sine of nx by n minus derivative of pi x minus x square, pi minus 2x into integral sine minus cos of nx by n square, plus derivative of pi minus 2x minus 2 integral of minus cos minus sine of nx by n cube from x equals 0 to pi. I repeat, u v1 pi x minus x square into integral cos of nx sine of nx by n minus u dash derivative of pi x minus x square pi minus 2x integral of sine of nx by n, that is minus cos of nx by n square, plus derivative of pi minus 2x minus 2 integral of minus cos minus sine of nx by n cube from x equals 0 to pi. And again here sine function, sine n pi 0, sine 0 0. So first term and the last term are 0 for both the limits. Sine n pi 0, sine 0 0. First and the last term are 0 for both the limits. And the second term minus of minus plus. So 2 by pi into um, 1 by n square, it is taken out. Then x takes the upper limit pi, pi minus 2 pi is minus pi cos n pi minus, when x takes a lower limit 0, pi cos 0. So 2 by pi minus pi, you take it out, minus pi by n square 1 plus cos n pi minus 2 by n square. What is cos n pi? Minus 1 whole power n. So it is minus 2 by n square 1 plus minus 1 whole power n. So that is n is a positive integer. So I repeat, 2 by pi 1 by n square is taken out, and when x takes the upper limit pi, pi minus 2 pi is minus pi, the next minus pi cos n pi minus, when x takes a lower limit 0, pi minus 0 is pi cos 0 So 2 by pi, minus pi is common, so minus pi by n square, cos n pi plus 1 or minus 2 by pi gets cancelled, minus 2 by n square, 1 plus minus 1 whole power n. So an is minus 2 by n square, 1 plus minus 1 whole power n, where n is a positive integer. So whenever you have this combination 1 plus or minus minus 1 whole power n, you should discuss odd and even case. So when n is odd, this bracket term is 0. When n is odd, 1 minus 1 is 0. When n is even, minus 1 whole to the power even thing is 1. So 1 plus 1 is 2. So when n is even, the bracket term is 2. When n is odd, the bracket term is 0. So an is minus 2 by n square into 2 when n is an even integer. So an is minus 4 by n square when n is even. So now we have got a naught and an. So what is a cosine series? A naught by 2 plus summation an cos of nx. What is a naught? Pi square by 3. So half of pi square by 3 plus summation an is exists when n is even. So 2, 4, 6 etc. to infinity minus 4 by n square cos of nx. So I have taken um, x. What is f of x? X into pi minus x, and this is pi square by 6. I have taken minus 4 out, summation 2, 4, 6 etc. to infinity cos of nx by n square. So we have got the cosine series of x into pi minus x. So for this function we have both cosine series and sine series. So the parabolic function is expressed as both cosine series and sine series. Now we have to deduce these two. So the first one, summation 1 by n square equals pi square by 6. So whenever you have to prove something, take the Fourier expansion as 1, and whatever you have to prove, take it as 2. Compare the summation part. So I have ticked the summation part. See, this is a Fourier expansion, and what we have to get? Summation 1 by n square. So compare the summation part. So from this it is clear that we have to eliminate cosine function. So how to eliminate? Take x as 0. Cos 0 is 1. So x equals 0 belongs to the interval. After finding the point, you will get the point by trial and error. After finding the point, see whether it belongs to the interval. Then if it belongs to the interval, that means it is defined at that point. Then you can go ahead with the replacement. So if x is 0, 0 into pi minus 0, 0. Right side, pi square by 6 minus 4 times 1 by cos 0 is 1. So 1 by 2n square. So left side is 0 when x is 0. Right side, pi square by 6 minus 4 times summation 1 by 2n the whole square. So 2n whole square is 4n square. So the next step, 4 will get cancelled. So pi square by 6 equals summation 1 by n square. So this is for the first part. Now for the second part, we have to show that summation minus 1 whole power n plus 1 by n square is pi square by 12. So again, consider whenever you have to prove something, take up the Fourier expansion, take it as 1, then see what you have to get. You have to get this. So you should compare the summation part. You will get only by trial and error. Suppose if I take x as pi, because I know that cos n pi is minus 1 whole power n. So I have to get minus 1 whole power n something. So if I take x as pi, pi belongs to the interval 0 pi. So x as pi, pi into pi minus pi, pi square by 6 minus 4 times cos n pi by n square. But so that is pi square by 6 minus 4 times summation minus 1 whole power n by n square, or pi square by 24. But what you have to get? Pi square by 12. You have to get pi square by 12. So x equals pi is not working for this proof. I repeat, see, if you take x equals pi, no doubt it belongs to the interval. It belongs to the closed interval 0 pi. And if you take x as pi, left side is 0, right side pi square by 6 minus 4 times summation cos n pi by um, cos n pi is minus 1 whole power n by n square. But what happens, you're getting pi square by 24, but you have to get pi square by 12. So this x equals pi is not working out. That is why I have cancelled this. Then I am trying with x as pi by 2. So if x is pi by 2, pi by 2 also belongs to the interval 0 pi. So pi by 2 belongs to the closed interval 0 pi. It is a point between 0 and pi. So pi by 2 into pi minus pi by 2. If I take x as pi by 2, pi by 2 into pi minus pi by 2 equals pi square by 6 minus 4 times summation cos n pi by 2 by n square. So that is, so pi square, this is pi square by 4. Left side pi by 2 into pi by 2 is pi square by 4. Right side pi square by 6 minus 4 times. Expand the summation. Cos pi by 2 by 1 square. Cos 2 pi by 2 by 2 square plus cos 3 pi by 2 by 3 square. So you know that cos pi by 2, cos 3 pi by 2 are all zeros. Cos n pi by 2 is 0 when n is odd. I have given this point before. Cos of n pi by 2 is 0 when n is odd. Cos pi by 2 0, cos 3 pi by 2 0. But cos 2 pi by 2 minus 1, cos 4 pi by 2 plus 1. So pi square by 4 equals pi square by 6 equal minus 4 times. This is 0, the first 0 by 1 square plus minus 1 by 2 square plus 0 by 3 square plus minus 1 by 4 square plus 1 by 4 square minus etc. Cos 4 pi by 2 is cos 2 pi. Cos 2 pi is 1. So 1 by 4 square. So pi square by 4 minus pi square by 6 equals minus 4. I have taken the next step, I have taken minus out. So minus of minus plus. So 4 times 1 by 2 square minus 1 by 4 square plus etc. I repeat, pi square by 4 minus pi square by 6. I have taken to pi square by 6 I have taken to the left side, and right side minus 4, 0 by 1 square minus 1 by 2 square plus 0 by 3 square. Cos 4 pi by 2 is 1. So 1 by 4 square minus etc. So the terms are alternately positive and negative. So the next step, I have taken minus out. So minus of minus plus 4, 1 by 2 square minus 1 by 4 square plus etc. And here I have taken the LCM. So 12 is LCM. 3 pi square minus 2 pi square. So pi square by 12 equals 4 times 1 by 2 square minus 1 by 4 square plus etc. So it is same as you have even squares. So it is 2n square, and the terms are alternately positive and negative. So minus 1 whole power n plus 1. So see, the first term is positive, second term is negative, third term is positive. So whenever you have alternating series, minus 1 whole power n plus 1. So where n varies from 1 to infinity, when n is 1, positive, when n is 2, negative. So first term positive, the second term negative, like that. And denominator 2 square, 4 square, 6 square. So 2n the whole square. So that is 4n square. So 48 by 4 is 12. So on simplification, summation minus 1 whole power n plus 1 by n square is pi square by 12.